Hi everyone, it's Lynn here, and I'm unveiling Hey Handsome Kid of the Month for May, which will be also a June online event. We're going to be creating 8 great pages for masculine, the guys in your life, boys, it could be for school or sports as well, plus an 8 by 12 flip flap. We're going to have a lot of fun using some stamps and being creative with some distressing. So let's take a look at all of the artwork. Here is the workshop kit that you'll be using, Hey Handsome, which has all of the pattern paper, punch outs, as well exclusive papers right here that we're using, beautiful sticker sheet, and then these acrylic pieces that are stars, crosses, buttons, and arrows. And then you also have the cardstock of White Daisy, Harbor, and Mink. The papers are really fun to play with. We have paprika words. This reminds me of a menu with the advertisements. We have stripes, love in the black linen, the harbor plaid, and the pine dots. Really, really cool. All of these work so well together. Coordinated cardstock are black, white, mink, paprika, pine, and harbor. And then the Picture My Life cards offers us opportunities to be creative with the cards as well as some of our thin cuts. The inks are Pine Harbor, Mink, and Black, and we'll be doing some splattering with shimmer brushes in Paprika and Harbor. Many of you already own a lot of these colors. The limited edition stamp with thin cuts, I highly recommend. This is perfect for your stash, and it could be used for women and men, because you can see we have number one mom, all-star, bad hair day, and really a great stamp set all the way around. And the cap is a thin cut. I'm also adding the card making workshop kit stamp and thin cut. I love the pocket and the eyeglasses, and this little X right here does a lot of fancy stuff for me, as well as the cute little thin cut button. Now this is pages 1 and 2, and if you can also use this not just for fathers and sons, but also could be used for sports. We'll be doing some distressing, edge distressing and fraying our paper. We'll be sanding. Here's that pocket from the stamp set and the sunglasses. And here's the limited edition hat. We are paper piecing, so if you've never done that before, this is a great opportunity to learn. You'll also note I have some stenciling done down here. Many of you already own the card front stencil, so we're putting this geometric sign to good use. Here's the layout side by side. Tearing and rolling here, or fraying. If you'd rather just fray, we can do that. All of these pieces are frayed along the edges, and it really adds to the details of this. Really enjoying this page, and it can be used for more than just father and son, but we're also splattering the background with Paprika and Harbor shimmer brushes. The PML cards are coming in are being really helpful in doing these sunglasses. And here now you can see that pocket is sanded for another textured look. Limited edition, like I mentioned before, is paper pieced. So we are doing this great look, and this is also on a piece of a Picture My Life card. Here's layout number 2, the man, the myth, the legend. Like I've said, you can take out this title. This is a sticker and change it out to whatever you like. But you'll see there's lots of great looks in this paper, the exclusive paper right here, and our punch outs all being used and combined to finish the details. That's what it looks like together. This is a great sports page too. I can see football, basketball, baseball easily being used on here. The guys, the boys, the brothers, things like that. So have fun with the design and the layout and changing out the titles to fit your own needs. Here you can see that little X is being stamped, and it just adds a cute little stitching element to the paper. It's also stamped here, and then these are the black acrylic X's. Here's that cap again that's done on a Picture My Life card that looks distressed, and I stamped number 1 dad, but you can change that out to all-star if you'd like. Layout 3 is really adorable. This layout was in the workshop, in the catalog, and I just replicated it and created a right page. I stamped that little plus sign or X's along these on both pages, which really adds to the details. Now, background elements is stamped. That's a stamp right here that many of you own this, and we're just putting it to use again in Mink ink. We're splattering with Paprika and Harbor, and adding all the details that are punch outs and stickers and whatnot. If you don't like Love You So, take it off the page. It's just a sticker and do your own journaling. Now you can see it left and right pages together, and Jack of all trades is a picture my life card that I cut out, so you can definitely change that out if it's not your style. Hey, handsome. So I love the details and all the different little layerings that we're doing here. Note the stamping that we're also adding, the splattering, the stickers, the black stars, the acrylics, and the picture my life cards. The last set of pages includes an 8 by 12 flip flap. Right here you're seeing pages 7 and 8 right next to each other. We're going to be doing some fun things to the punch out. That's the gray circle paper right here. We're doing some stamping and thin cutting. Now the title is using the Moxie alphabet sets. That means that you can create your own title, use the Moxie, use your Cricut, or whatever alphabet set you have. I wanted to let you know this is also a great layout for school other than the outdoors or for the guys. Maybe it's a man cave, maybe they're fishing. So you can change out this to be whatever you want to help you along with the photo and theme of your pages. So this is S'mores Adventure Set. This mountain right here is just a thin cut. There is no stamp, and I really like the way this comes out with those stitching lines. Everything you see in gray is a thin cut, so we're using the pine trees, the campfire, the mountain, and the tent here. And I love some of these sayings and the different fonts. They're all being used or stamped on these pages, and that's up to you if you want to use this. So the great outdoors is stamped, those little stars, let's make memories, and now you can see all the thin cuts side by side. When it comes to changing out the title, mine is going to be Lake George. So that's why I want to show you that you could use a very big title and carry it on over to the next page. Now here's your 8 by 12 flip flap that's on the front of page 8, so you can see the patterns match. We have the cap, we have some stickers, and it just is really fun. When you open up the flip flap on this side, now you can see the rest of that gray circle pattern or punch out paper that we're using, and that other mountain that I thin cut, and my little scene that I'm doing right here. Note how it all works along next to each other, going across all of our pages. It really is a key element, but think about how else you could use this for school or sports or brothers, fishing, things like that. You can see that I've used this tent. It's thin cut. I paper pieced it. I put a little paper behind it, and it's really a cute look on this page. Lots of the trees are done. We're sponging and glacier, and now you can see the cap. I took a piece of it with paper piecing again, stamped the adventure, and I also used a little bit of the white gel pen in the front on top of the mountains for a really cool look. Just a close-up of some of the thin cuts. I love these trees. And the mountains are also sanded, so we pop out those stitching lines. Now the clouds is a separate thin cut. That's up to you if you want to have that or use whatever you have. And I used a 1-inch circle to create my sun in that background. We'll also be doing cards. This is the Hey Handsome card making workshop kit, but this is where I got the stamped thin cuts to add. But this kit has paper, cardstock, 16 cards and envelopes, and gold gems. This is the stamp set with the thin cuts, so I am using the pocket, the sunglasses, there's that little X, and the buttons on the layouts, but these are really great sayings to use for the masculine cards that you need. Now you're making 16 cards, so this is one card. You can change out the sayings, and if you have limited edition, that's where I got number 1 dad. Here's the stencil that we used. We're using again on this card if you'd like. I actually put a little like handkerchief inside the pocket, which was kind of cute. And then we're sanding the Harbor cardstock to create this denim look and that cool little stamp to do the little handkerchief here. And you're stamping these stitched lines also in the kit and changing out the title. And the last card is adding those sunglasses, which is fun. We're using toffee here. That advertisement paper and the pen are also included in this one. I did use some of the extra pieces and created some thin line cards or slim line cards And just love that baseball cap and changing out the sayings. And using that handkerchief, stamping it along the side for a different look. That pocket, those glasses, really fun. That little X stamp there, and the cap for limited edition, and paper piecing it. Paper piecing is really a fun thing that we're doing, and I think you'll enjoy creating them with me. Well, that's Hey Handsome, which will be the May Kit of the month, but it will be a crop held on Sunday, June 25th from 12:30 to 5 Eastern Time. We will be creating all 8 pages plus the 8x12 flip flap and all the cards. I hope you'll join in. If you have any questions, please let me know.